Hello, everyone. My name is Du Hong Min, and I'm a forage agronomist by training based at Kansas State University and a lead PI of SEAL Senegal project. It's my great pleasure to present the SEAL Phase 2 projects that I work with a co-lead PI, Ali Fai, in Senegal. The topic of my presentation is improving food and nutrition security of smallholder agro-pastoral farming systems by integrating crop, livestock, human nutrition in Senegal and Niger. This is an outline of my presentation, introduction and objectives of current project, showcase technologies, goals and objectives, scaling and impact pathways, plans toward sustainability and self-reliance, overall outcomes of our research project, data management, and lastly, acknowledgement of all partners in Senegal and Niger. As you can see in the map on the right side, Senegal and Niger are located in sub-Saharan region in West Africa. Rainfall is low and erratic with 3 to 4 months of rainy season and 8 to 9 months of dry season. Agricultural systems are generally mixed with both crops and livestock. Unfortunately, arable land is continuously reduced and degraded, resulting in very low grain yield. In Senegal, 11.3% of the population is affected by food insecurity, while 14.5% in Niger. Like most countries in the African continent, Senegal and Niger also have high population growth, about 3% per year, and experience severe malnutrition, especially in young children. Regarding malnutrition, the prevalence rate in Senegal is about 17%, while the prevalence rate near 15% in Niger. Therefore, adopting sustainable intensification of production systems need considering both human and livestock feeding needs and further resilience of system under climate change and variability. Pearl millet is the major staple cereal crop predominantly grown in the Sahelian zone and large parts of the Sudanian zones, and its processing residues such as stover and seed byproducts are used as livestock feed. Grain yield of pearl millet is very low and it is less than 800 kilogram per hectare due to low yielding varieties and poor soil quality. As a solution, dual purpose millet varieties such as SL28, SL169, and SL423 were developed in West Africa as part of millet breeding program sponsored by the Sorghum Millet Innovation Lab. Dual purpose pearl millet has two uses: grain for human food and stover for livestock feed. One of the most unique characteristics of a dual purpose pearl millet is that millet plants stay green even at maturity stage, which can be a great feed source for livestock after grain is harvested. Based on the phase 1 research project in Senegal, millet grain was over 3.7 tons per hectare, and zinc, iron, and protein contents were higher than local millet varieties. The aim of this project is to demonstrate how large-scale adoption of dual-purpose millet can be a great opportunity to improve food and feed security, while reducing malnutrition in Senegal and Niger. The main goal of this project is to enhance human food and livestock feed security and nutrition, as well as farming system resilience under climate change and variability. This could be achieved by integrating large-scale adoption of dual-purpose pearl millet and livestock systems and overcoming hunger and malnutrition in Senegal and Niger. There are three major objectives in this project. First, the increase of millet grain and fodder biomass production and enhancing resilience under climate change and variability. Second, enhancing human food and livestock feed development of smallholder farms, which might help improve farm income and human nutrition. And third, developing an entrepreneurship in the private sector and the encouragement of more women to be involved, resulting in improvement of women's empowerment. There are three major technologies to be showcased. The first one is an agronomic package for increasing dual-purpose pearl millet production using strategies such as seeding rate, fertilizer recommendation, and intercropping with legume species such as cowpea and groundnuts. Second one is a use of millet stover for livestock feed. Feeding this high-quality stover to cattle, sheep, or goat could increase milk and or meat production in smallholder farms. The third one is enriching millet flour for improving human nutrition and using millet seed byproducts for chicken feed. This could possibly increase the farmer's income and consumption of animal-based protein source. Now, I'm going to switch a gear toward pathways for scaling and impact. In this slide, I'm going to share what the current issues are and what inputs can be used to solve these issues. There are several issues, such as climate change, low capacity building, such as degree and non-degree training, long dry season and short grazing period, low grain production resulting in food shortage, low animal-based food source from poor quality animal feed, weak integration of crop and livestock, very high rate of malnutrition, especially in young children, and low women's empowerment. To solve these issues, several inputs will be implemented, which includes on-station research trials and on-farm demonstration trials, in-class trainings, field days, farm visits, and farm surveys. These activities will be implemented by several partners, such as Seras, INRAN, ENZA, ANCAR, RASOP, ITA, BOM, SIIL consortia such as ASMC, GFSRC, and SOILS, and Peace Corps. There are three major outputs from SIIL Phase 2 projects. These include, first, enhancement of capacity building. For example, number of farmers participated in on-farm trials, number of farmers trained, and number of graduate students trained. Second, improvement of food supply, such as quantity of food grain produced, number of severe acute malnutrition, and moderate acute malnutrition recovered in children, and number of chickens raised by feeding millet seed byproducts. And third, development of enterprise. For example, number of acres of dual-purpose millet, number of millet-based products developed, such as enriched millet flour, and number of enterprises developed, and extra income generated in the farm by selling millet grain and livestock from dual-purpose millet. As shown in this slide, there are three expected impacts at system level. This includes, first, natural resources management and ecosystem services increased by 25%. Second, food and nutrition security increased by 25%. And third, poverty and hunger reduced by 25%. Expected short and midterm impacts are improved grain and fodder yield of dual-purpose millet, diversification of crop and millet-based products, job creation, and improvement of gender equity. Expected long-term impacts are improvement of resilience and adaptation to climate change, women empowerment, capital improvement in socioeconomics, soil quality, soil health improvement, and better food and nutrition security in Senegal and Niger. This slide looks very busy with lots of information. However, I already explained from previous slides on issues and inputs, outputs, expected short, mid, and long-term outcomes, and expected impacts at system level. In pathways for scaling and impacts, there are key assumptions that include, first, COVID pandemic is under control during a phase 2 period. Second, no major natural disasters affects the projects. Third, government policies and regulations support the SIIL phase 2 projects. And fourth, public and private sectors work together with farmers. The plans towards sustainability and self-reliance can be achieved by, first, implementing a farming system approach for technologies dissemination. Second, identifying and filling gaps that help overcome the barriers in adopting innovation. Third, identifying and connecting each technology with the appropriate farmer types. Fourth, having inclusive engagement with partners. And fifth, training future trainers and extending on-farm demonstration trials in more important millet zones. In the plans towards sustainability and self-reliance, the followings will be considered. Showcasing technologies in Technology Park, potentially in chess and via iReach, building capacity in both degree and non-degree trainings, sharing knowledge and findings via field days and farm visits, engaging more with women and youth, working with more private sectors, and conducting good data management. SIIL Phase 1 was focused on 3 regions of Senegal, such as Kaolack, Diourbel, and Tambacounda. In this SIIL Phase 2 project, we'll be expanding on-farm demonstration trials using local farmers' fields, organizing field days and cross-visiting sessions to 2 other important millet zones of Senegal, such as Kaffrine and Thiès. The on-station research trials will be conducted in Bambey, Nioro, and Sinthioumalem. In this slide, I'm going to talk about more overall expected outcomes of research projects in Senegal and Niger. Overall outcomes include improvement of food and nutrition security by integrating dual-purpose millet crop and livestock in Senegal and Niger. Smallholder farm income increase with more grain and better livestock performance. Improvement of gender equity and household nutrition with more nutrient-rich millet grain and animal-based protein source. Less conflict between crop farmers and pastoralists by integrating a system together, and improvement of biodiversity and sustainability of natural resources. This slide shows more detailed expected outcomes of the research project. These include at least one dual-purpose millet variety in each project site. Agronomic packages are adopted by over 10,000 farmers. More youth engagement in quality millet seed production. Millet stover biomass increased to 2 tons per hectare. Semi-intensive livestock system is developed such as at least 4 cows or sheep in each smallholder farm. Women and girls' socioeconomic and health conditions increase by at least 15%, and more millet-based products available in local food factories, supermarkets, and local health districts. In data management, data collected from the field and lab research will be analyzed by graduate students, their advisors, and co-PIs in Senegal and Niger. Graduate students' theses from 10 masters and dissertations from 4 PhD students and their peer-reviewed journal publications will be uploaded into the SIIL dataverse. One postdoc will be hired for data management, and he'll be responsible for semi and annual reporting under co-lead PI's supervision. I would like to acknowledge our partners in Senegal, Niger, and the US. USAID and Sustainable Intensification Innovation Lab at Kansas State University, LUFI, who is co-lead PI, Usman C, millet breeder, and Musa Sal, economist at ISRA, Mamadou Dia, livestock production specialist at ANZA, University Chess, Faldo Sar, food technology specialist at ITA, Madame Jie, gender and extension specialist at Ankar, Abla Enger, co-op agronomy representative at Resov, Peter Hayden, food security director, and Arfang Sadio, agriculture director at Peace Corps, and Kasari Isafo, millet breeder at Inran in Niger. Peace Corps volunteers and the associated Master Farmers Network will be an important entry point of the project for dissemination in each locality. Lastly, I also would like to thank Dr. Vera Prasad, Dr. Jan Middendorf, Andra McCown, and Lane Wilson for their great support. Thanks for listening.